Look, this is what a lineup. This is fantastic. I've just gone back in time. So we've got Phil Redmond, who created the series alongside Brookside and Hollyoaks. We've got Paula here, who played Claire Scott. We've got Lee, who was Zamo. We've got Lisa, who was Julie Marchant. So it's really lovely to see all of you. And it really does, for me, and it's the most incredible trip down memory lane for this building. Because I was in the broom cupboard introducing you guys. It's not there anymore, but it was just across the way. I didn't realise till I read this morning just how disruptive you guys are in this building. What did you do?
Everything.
I mean, we used to run riot. I mean, in this building, I remember this vividly. It would be... There was one time when young ones were filming in the rehearsal room next to us, in the dressing room, and we'd bang on their door, and they'd come out and we weren't there. And then we used to turn the light off in the changing rooms and just throw hangers at everybody. And then 1 o'clock would come, I was saying that to Phil earlier, and it would be 200 kids running to the canteen. So you can imagine all the adults here going, oh, no, not again.
You got banned from Top of the Pops, didn't you?
I did.
What?
I did. Well, I used to sneak in there, and then I was told, no more. And so, at the time, I was friendly with George Michael. And so he turned up and said, why are you still in your school uniform? I thought you were coming in to see me. And I said, well, I've been told off. And so they sneaked me in, and on one of Wham's videos, on Top of the Pops, you can see me sort of...
Oh, that is a good
in a
story.
Grange
uniform. Yes.
That is a cool story,
And did you flood the loos?
Well,
it was you.
It was kind of us and kind of them as well. The boys did it. We was actually rehearsing at Acton or Ealing. It was one of the two. And a group of girls did the girls and the boys did the boys. And we wouldn't own up.
Phil, it's for you, and we were talking earlier on. He said, "Oh, I see you've caught up with the colour hair." Yeah. I said, but it took me slightly longer. And was it the fact that you were with these guys who were causing terror in Television Centre that actually sent you grey in the first place?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's like when I used to come into the script meetings, the first 10, 15 minutes was all about what they'd been up to and why I was to blame.
What did you have in mind when you were creating it?
Not that.
Well, actually, yes, it was. Yeah. But it was really to write something from my kind of background, you know, from kids from where I came from, you know, the classic council estate, the comprehensive school. And when I started off as a writer, you're always looking for the big idea, aren't you? You know, and I'd been trained as a quantity surveyor, specialising in schools. I did social education. My mum was a school cleaner. And I'd been to a comprehensive school. So one day it was just like, why don't I write about the school? Yeah. Everybody has to go to school. And it was a question of coming into this building at the right time, with the right idea, because they were looking for a school series. And I remember the executive producer at the time, Annie Hume, sort of, when I said what I wanted to write about, she opened the desk, pulled out this file that said school series, opened it, and there was nothing in it. So that was it. And then from there, you know, it was 30 years of history.
Anna Hume, did you say?
Anna Hume.
Yeah, she was my boss.
Yeah.
Was she?
Yeah. When I was doing Saturday morning television, Anna Hume said to us in a meeting one day, is there any possibility you could at least try to aim this at children? No, because it's working.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
What was it like for you guys? Because obviously it took off and it was huge. What was it like coping with fame at a real young age?
Well...
Apart from, you know, causing chaos in the building.
I mean, it was mad. There's one... I got kicked out of the British Museum. I went to the British Museum with my school, and there was 2 girls' schools in there. And I got chased out. Wouldn't happen now. But we got chased around the British Museum, and the security guard said, your pupil's going to have to leave. So I got kicked out of the museum for that. It was manic at that time. There's 15 million viewers, so... Everyone was watching Grange Hill, and everywhere we went...
chased, didn't we, out of a school?
Yeah, we did,
He literally picked me up and carried me. We were running.
It's quite a responsibility for you, isn't it, to create that, know that you're actually... Because there was the Just Say No, the big Zamo heroine storyline, which I remember day after day introducing. You know, it was a very, very serious storyline. Took you to America. But a responsibility for you guys.
Well, it kind of, when you start off, you don't think like that, do you? You're just writing a telly show and things like that. But after about series 3, 4, and then when these guys arrived in 5, I think we knew what we had then, because by then all the complaints about it, about the language, which was basically about their accents, really, they'd all started to shift to, actually, this programme is reaching the audience that all the campaigners were trying to reach, you know, and that figure there, 15 million people, imagine that, you know, at 5 o'clock. And we knew then that actually, you know, there was a sense of responsibility for whatever we did. We had to be as accurate as we possibly could. So there was a huge amount of kind of research that went behind Grange, especially when we got up to when Lee did the drug story, because that was so important. And I remember sitting down saying, so if we're going to do this, it has to be over 2 years. You know, we have to show 1 year going into it and 1 year of coming out of it, you know. And, you know, Lee was fantastic on that, you know. I'm still annoyed, though, that I didn't get to go to the White House with this.
Talking to Nancy Reagan. One of our team said today, and it's a reflection of, you hear it so many times, oh, so you see you in the broom cupboard, see you in the broom. We had to turn it off when Grange Hill came in. One of our producers, you know, turned the sound down so her mum
couldn't
didn't hear the theme tune. No. Sorry, Anne, if you're in trouble now. So, but there were a lot of kids not allowed to see
it. It was, and I remember the two stories from my things. One, I got bumped into by a very, like, sort of blue rinse toy lady who stopped me in the street and said, "You're him, aren't you?" And I said, "Who?" And she said, "You're that infamous Grange Hill chap, aren't you?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Well, I banned my children from seeing it because I said to them, your school's not like that, is it?" And they said, "No, Mum, it's much worse." I went along and I'm now chair of the PTA, so thank you for that.